I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel, Bales 1986 SW, and today I have been tagged by the lovely Jane Bradders. If you don't know her, well, many of us do know Jane. She's quite well known in the Slimming World community on YouTube. If you don't, all her social media links will be linked down below. She's a lovely human, as I would say. She set up a tag called the Slimming World 10 Random. Was it 10 Random? The title of this video is the tag. So let's get straight into it. The first question is, I have my notes. The first question is, you're hosting a dinner party for some friends. What 3-course Slimming World friendly dinner would you make? Well, first of all, I just want to put out there, if you don't know me, I am not the greatest cook. Me and the kitchen have a love-hate relationship. I try my best. My family get fed, I get fed. I wouldn't say it's the best. So, the thought of having friends over would petrify me. However, when I've had dinner parties, I've always had a theme, so I'd have to theme it and go really all out with the decorations, so people would like go, oh, that's amazing, and then they would remember the party with the decorations and not go, that food was horrendous. That's how I would plan this out. However, my theme would be Mexican. I would have little Mexican hats to wear. I would have it all laid out like a fiesta. Yeah. I'd have it all out. It would be all zudged up. That would be the dinner party. Then the food. Let's get down to food. So, I'm not a big cook, as I've just said, so this is how I would do it. So I would have, for starters, which really, it wouldn't be a starter, it would be like a massive table where we could all gather round, chit chat, because we're all my friends are busy mums, and it'd just be nice to sit down at a table with all the food already there and just to basically dive in and get and have a good 2-hour chat over food and not get disturbed by little humans of ours. So I would have nachos on the table. I would have Dorito chips, which are, if you have 25 grams of them, they are 6 sins. So all my friends who are not Slimming World would have nachos all over. I would have 25 grams of Dorito chips. I would then sin the Dorito cheesy dip for, I think it's 2 level tablespoons for half a sin of the cheese dip, and also 2 level tablespoons of the Dorito salsa. It's main dish. So this would be my whole of my sins, maybe the 15 sins for the evening. I'm not a drinker, so I wouldn't have alcohol. I'd probably have a fizzy pop, but there would be alcohol available. It'd be themed Mexican drinks, so I'd have like mojitos and things like that for the other guests, but I'd probably have a 7-Up mojito. I'd go all fancy like that. So that was what I'd have. I'd have like nachos to start with. Then I would have build your own burritos. So there'd be salad, which would be like shredded lettuce, there would be spinach, there'd be rocket, there'd be rice, flavoured different rice. So there'd be Mexican rice, boiled rice, different flavours of rice. There'd be chicken, lime and chili. There'd be Mexican spiced chicken. There'd be the Nando's lemon and herb spice on some chicken breast, or thinly sliced. I think that's 2 sins for 25 grams. There would be grated cheese, which is the low. You can have so many grams for your healthy extra. I'd have sweet potato fries, or you could have made them into wedges, just for simple. They're easier as wedges. I would have corn on the cob. And then I'd have Slimming World coleslaw. And it would basically be build your own burritos, and then have all little nice little sides. And it would be really nice to like take it all off the table and help yourself, and it'd be really nice. I'd really enjoy that. And then for pudding, it would be the Walls ice cream. If you get the Walls ice cream, it is 4 sins for 100 mils. So instead of rushing out and buying Halo Top ice cream or Breyers ice cream, all the fancy ones, which we all think is really low sin, if you just get a normal tub of Wall's ice cream, raspberry ripple and the vanilla, 100 mils, which is the same millage as the Halo Top ice cream, is 4 sins. It's exactly the same. So 4 sins of Wall's ice cream. I'd probably have raspberry ripple for 4 sins, and I would then have choc shot on top. I would have it with strawberries, I'd have raspberries, I'd have different varieties of fruit, and then I'd have ice cream as well. If you get the vanilla light, you can have 100 mils for 3 sins. It's even better, and then you can top it with whatever you want. So basically, if you add it all up, you're looking just at the top end of your sins, but you're not going over, and that's what I would have as my Slimming World 3-course meal. Yeah, but the decorations would be on point. That's what people would remember from my party. Well, I'd hope so. And if the food was good, then that's a win-win. But decorations, I would probably, yeah. Number 2, you've forgotten your lunch. What would you grab from the supermarket or a convenience store? So the first thing I would probably grab is the trio of melon. I would then grab a speedy salad, the ones in the tub, a Mother Light yogurt. If you're going to somewhere like say M&S Food Hall or places like that, they have the plastic cutlery for you. So I'd have a Muller Light, vegetable sushi, which is quite low sins. I think it's between 2.5 and 3.5 sins. A Dr. Pepsi Max or Dr. Pepsi Zero. You could choose water if you wanted to. Anything no added sugar. A fruit salad, and then I would like go and have some lean ham or some chicken and things like that, and I'd make my own posh salad with some picky bits, and that would really satisfy me. But some supermarkets have their own little cafe inside, so if I didn't want to go, if I was working then I didn't want to go back to the office or wherever I worked, I would go into one of the supermarkets, into the cafe, and order a jacket potato with no butter, with beans and a side salad. So that's how I would do my lunch if I'd forgotten it. Number 3 is supermarket sweep. You've got 60 seconds to grab as much Slimming World friendly food as you can for free. What would you grab? So I would start off with the most expensive, and because the way I'd have to go do it in Asda, or do you get, or is it, let's say they're doing it in Asda. I would then go straight to the meat aisle, and I would get 5% lean mince, I would get chicken breasts, yeah, they're my 2 meals because you can do so much with them. Then I would then get, I wrote it all down here, is low-fat cheese, so Philadelphia lightest, because you can do so much with that. You can make Cajun chicken with it, there's so much you can do with that. Fry light, spinach, speedy salad. I would head to get coffee and milk because I'd buy my posh coffee, which would be amazing. I'd buy quite a few tubs of milk because it comes in handy. I don't know why I said milk. I think it's because you'd have coffee. My coffee would be milk. I wouldn't buy milk if I'm being honest. I'd just buy really expensive coffee, what I love. Then I would go down to the Cadbury's section, like chocolate, and buy my favourite bags of the small versions of the Cadbury's, so mini buttons, etc, etc. And then I would head down to the frozen section, and I would get frozen veg, frozen fruit. I would get posh ice cream, which is the Halo Top ice cream. I would pick up my favourite corn products, like the lasagnas, which is 6.5 sins, the cheese and broccoli scallops. I would pick up the sausage pates. I'd then go down to the bread aisle and pick up the Weight Watchers wraps, the crustless Kingsmill bread. And I'd probably run out of time, or I'd be really seriously out of breath. But that would be the bulk of it, and that would then do me quite a few meals. Number 4 is a new member has joined Slimming World. What was the one piece of advice that you would give to them? When this question is asked me in group, because I'm close to being a target member, I don't like answering it, because people start Slimming World for so many different reasons, and the tip what I the tip what's really helped me, and this is from a personal experience, is you've got to make Slimming World fit into your lifestyle and not the other way round. If once you decide to start Slimming World, you've got to know it's for life. You've got to really embrace it, and you've got to really change your bad habits to really good habits. So, and also as well, is to keep using this book. Keep going back to it. Don't just make this a way day book. Don't just take this out because you want your numbers in this book. Use it. Use, or like Helen from the Livingstone said, use visualization. Visualize where you want to be. Yeah. And also as well, the key thing as well, which I wish I had done, is write your measurements down. And I never took my measurements on my day one. It was bad enough having my starting weight, let alone having any numbers of my hips, waist, etc. down. And that's the one regret I do have, is I didn't take any measurements. So they are my really top tip, and just keep at it. You're going to have lows and you're going to have really, really highs, because one week you can maintain, but in that week, look for your non-scale victories. Look for the positive things in that week. So yes, you may have gained, or you may have maintained, or you might not have got the loss that you really wanted, but you might have gone down a size. You might have just ran 3 miles, which you've never been able to do. Or you might have got that compliment of that person where they've gone, are you losing weight? You're looking really good. Whatever you do on Slimming World, look for the positives, and it'll keep you motivated. So they're really my top tips. So yeah, I hope they help. Number 5 is, do you exercise? If what, what do you do? So I don't have any structured exercise. I try and go running twice a week with my friend. I think it's brilliant. It's a brilliant mindset for me. I just really enjoy it, but I don't pace myself, I don't time myself. I run until I feel like I can't run anymore, and then I just start walking. I really, really enjoy it, and I'm not fixated on like how many miles I can do or what my pace. I'm not doing it for anything like that. I'm just doing it because I can run now a little bit, and before I couldn't. So as long as I keep doing that, it's healthy for me and I feel good. So yeah, I do that. I don't do any gym work. I feel very restricted in a gym, but whatever works for you, that's brilliant. So yeah, I go running, and that's my only exercise I do, and I do a lot of walking about. Number 6 is, whereabouts on yourself have you noticed you've lost weight the most? So 2 places is my face. My face was very round and I had really big chubby cheeks, and I've really noticed my face, and also as well I've noticed my belly. I used to have, my weight used to be on my stomach. It used to hang quite down, and what I've noticed, and I'm being very frank with you here, so if there's any guys watching this, then I'm being honest, and I'm being honest because it's my journey, and this is how I've noticed I've lost weight, is me and the hoo-hoo have been reintroduced. And what I mean by that is my weight used to hang over that area down below, and now when I stand up, me and the hoo-ha have been reintroduced. Now that sounds really embarrassing, but that's just life, and I'm not gonna, that's how I know I've lost weight, and that's why I've lost the biggest amount of weight is on my stomach. And how I knew that was what I've just said. But yeah, they're the 2 main areas I've lost weight. Probably on my arms as well, but not as much. I've got a little bit of excess weight here. It just needs toning, but I'm happy where I am today. But yeah, they're the 2 main places, my face and my stomach. I hope I've made you laugh and not cringe, because I'm not into that. It was just me being honest, and that's the one thing I'm going to start doing now, is just being honest, because this is my journey, and I started my channel to document my highs, my lows, and everything. So there we go. number 7 is, do you have any weigh day rituals? So I did do a video about my weigh day ritual. I will link it down below. Yes, I had. Prior to 2 weeks ago, I would have very, very, very strict weigh day rituals, which are ridiculous. So I used to, on a Wednesday, have a certain meal, which was Mayflower chicken curry with boiled rice. Every day on the Wednesday, because I get weighed on the Thursday, would be my weigh day, my pre-weigh day meal. Then I would then have to wash my hair, make sure that it's thoroughly clean, make sure that it's thoroughly dry, and then I would then have to as well use a Soap and Glory body scrub and scrub myself, because I thought dead skin cells would gain weight if I didn't scrub myself, and I know that's ridiculous. And then on the Thursday, I would have to, on the Wednesday as well, I'd have to get my weigh day outfit out. So it would be a vest top and some leggings. If I bought some new leggings because I was going down a size, I would have to weigh them with my old leggings to make sure that they weren't gaining any weight. I wouldn't eat or drink the day of weigh day, unless I would take a pear and piece of fruit for the fruit basket, for the slimmers basket. I'd walk a certain way to group, because I've always walked that way, and I'd go for the emergency wee before I went into group. Now, 2 weeks ago, I decided that they were absolutely ridiculous, and I decided to do something, and I have. So Wednesday has been scrapped. I don't even think about Wednesdays now. I just get on with it on my day, and then on Thursday, I wear a vest top and leggings, and I have the emergency wee, I do take my bubble out. I don't know why, I just do, and that's it. And I don't wear any jewellery, and I don't wear socks or shoes, obviously. So they're my weigh day rituals. I think we all have them to some degree, but they are mine. Then number 8 is, what meal would you cook if you had a budget of £7.50? So what I'm going to do with this is say that I've just done my 3-course meal, what was question 1, and this is the next day, and I've got £7.50 to spend because I've blown all my money on that amazing meal. So I've got £7.50. The last thing I'm going to do is cook. So what I would do is I'd buy the corn lasagna frozen 300 grams, which is 6.5 cents. And at the moment on Ocado it is £2. I would then use the Floret superfood salad, so getting all that speed in, and that's at the moment is £1 a bag. I would then have some cherry tomatoes, which are 75p. I would slice them up and put them on top of my salad. I would have then the lasagna at the side, and then as an extra little treat, I would then save my healthy extra B, and I would use the Shah free from ciabatta rolls. One of them is a healthy extra B. I was slicing it half, bake it with fry light butter, fry light garlic, a little bit of parsley, because Jane did say you'd have those in your store cupboard already, and I would have lasagna and garlic bread, and that came to £5.75, and the bit of change that I'd have left over, I'd buy myself some chocolate within my sins. I always need chocolate, and what I could do is I can't buy strawberries because that would take me over. Yeah, I'd just buy chocolate if I'm really honest. And my leftover money, I'd buy a bar of chocolate within my sins. Number 9 is, have you kept any of your old clothes from when you started your journey? And the simple answer to that is yes. I have a saying which, I look back so I keep going forward. Me looking back keeps me going forward, because I don't want to ever be back at the Rachel I used to be. I don't want to say the size I used to be, because the size didn't matter really. It was how I felt in my own skin, and I didn't like myself. So keeping clothes and looking back at them keeps me going forward and keeps me realising why I started this. So there's two pieces of clothing I keep. I did do a video which I'll link down below where I tried all my outfits on, and I got quite emotional by doing it. I will link that down below and try and link it above if you're interested. So this top is from Primark and it's a size 20 if you want to know. This is the top I wore the first day on the 7th of September 2017, the first day I stepped on those scales and decided that I was starting Slimming World. This was the top I wore, and it's huge on me. If you watch my previous video, that video I've linked, you will see that this is absolutely huge on me. Wearing this brings back so many emotions, because it made me realise how unhappy I was. I can't try this on, and I think it's funny that I've got all this gappage, because it really hurts to know that I remember all the feelings this top and how I felt in this top, because I weren't happy. I really wasn't happy, and I made a promise to myself the next time I wear this top will be when I become a Target member. So from now on, this will be carried in my bag, and when I become a Target member, I will wear this until my consultant gives me my Target member, and then I will take this off. I will take this off and reveal the new Rachel, the person I've always wanted to be. She was just hiding in this, and that's what I made a promise to myself. So yes, I have clothes, and the biggest top I had was this. I love this jumper. This was my going out jumper with the girls. It's inside out. It's from Marks and Spencer's, and it is size 24. I absolutely love this. It honestly, I can't even show you a photograph of me in this, because I didn't have photographs when I was this big. I was this big when I started my journey. This is not like a really old top. This was probably not last Christmas, the Christmas before. I wore this, and I've worn it quite a few times. Yep, so this is the jumper, and it was a size 24 if I'm correct, and I loved it. This was like my going out jacket, my top. 24. And yeah, and this is it. So yes, I have two outfits, what I keep to remind me to never go back to that Rachel, and that's what keeps me on track. If I'm having a bad day, or I think I really want that treat cupboard, I really want chocolate, as you can see I'm a chocolate lover, I honestly I have to keep my mind busy, but also as well I go into my wardrobe and I'll sit down and I'll look at those clothes, and it made me realise that I don't need to go in that treat cupboard, because I need to keep going, and it's never going to be easy, Slimming World. It never is. It's easy to put the weight on, it's just extremely hard to get off, and I'm guessing it's hard as well to maintain your happy place as well. So yeah, I've got those two clothes. And the last question is, sum up your journey in 3 words. And this question I really struggled with, because I could say, I don't know what I could say, but the 3 words I have is I'm committed. I have been committed since day one that I would always be on plan, and I have. The only time I have gained in 28 weeks was when I went to Disneyland Paris, but even on Disneyland Paris, I always had Slimming World in mind, and I gained my first 2 pounds. Second one is enjoyable. I've absolutely loved my Slimming World journey, and that's really helped by the community on here. It's also helped because I've documented all my weight losses, all my non-scale victories. Like my non-scale victory, I did it in one video where my grandma had a toilet aid, and I always used to take that away to be able to sit down on the toilet properly at my grandma's house, and when I could do that, it was amazing, and I documented that. I mentioned that in one of my videos. And I've also been reunited with my hoo-ha. That's a big thing to me, because I've never been able to see my hoo-ha when I've been a bigger girl, and now I can. It's the little simple things which I've documented, because people take things like that for granted, and being a bigger girl, no. So yeah, they are silly and they are funny, and I'm getting a little bit embarrassed about talking about it, but I've really enjoyed my journey, and I'm going to keep on enjoying it because, like I said, I made a promise to myself that I would make Slimming World for life. Yeah, and then the second one is lifestyle. My whole lifestyle has changed. Yeah, it really has made me a different person, and it's the person I've always wanted to be. My lifestyle has changed. I always try and get the best, healthier option. I try and get exercise into my life. I embrace my lumps and bumps. Yeah, it's a huge lifestyle change, and that's my 3. So committed, it's been enjoyable, and it's been a lifestyle change, and they're my 3, what I would sum up. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. The new subscribers who have come home from Jane Brothers, welcome aboard. So yeah, and I'm going to tag a few people. I'm going to tag the lovely Trudy Beanie. If you've not subscribed to her links are down below. She's brilliant. So she tagged me in a tag, I'm tagging you in a tag, Trudy. So please, it would be lovely to see your this video for you. Then it's Frida, the lovely Frida. She has been a commenter. She's commented on my videos from day one. She's been a big supporter of mine. She has a channel, she's trying to build it. I'd love you if you could go over and subscribe to her. She's a lovely human who on an incredible journey. Her channel will be down below. Then I'd love to see Kath and Laura from the Budget Slimmers do this tag. I think it'd be lovely to see what they would do for a 3-course meal. And also I think they would really stretch out that £7.50 dinner for £7.50. I think they would do an immense meal for that. So I'd love to know yours, Kath and Laura. And the last person on here is Debbie on Slimming World, the lovely Debster. So take care, sending positive thoughts, Rachel. Bye!